Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Everything that I say is from experience. This is what's going to... I'm in the charts all day. My goal is to make you money. I provide the information required to know exactly when to enter. I don't give this blanket statement, buy the breakout, buy the retest. Join me every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to understand the who, what, where, when, and especially the why when it comes to trading. This is why the coin's dumping. Every 7 days, it's releasing tokens. All right, good stuff. So making sure my mic is working. Mic is good. And just one moment. And then just let me know if the background music's too loud, if you can hear it at all. All right, so here we go. And 3, 2, 1, bingo bango. A bingo and a bango. Hello, my name is Joe, and also known as TradeIntuition, where we show you how to successfully trade every single day, whether it's good markets or bad markets. Let me know, guys, if the audio is good, and then also if the background music is too loud. All right, so let's go and get into this. Thank you guys for being so patient. I was having some technical difficulties just before the show, and I'm not going to bore you with all this stuff. I already know. Oh, good. Thank you, Joe. But just to let you know, we do have some green, lots of green. Yesterday was lots of red. So that's what happens. You know, prices go up, prices come down, prices go up, prices come down. So that's pretty much the scenario. Right now, Bitcoin's moving. We are in some shorts. We actually took profit on one of our shorts. And of course, I need to be checking the other ones just to see if we're going to close them out or what have you. All right. Moving on, we do have Aave up over 5%. HNT, it's still doing its thing. You know, a couple of days, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, it was up like 12%, if not higher. Then it came down. Of course, what goes up is going to come down. But right now, it's hovering right around just under 5%, which is really good. We have BNB, not really doing much. All the other coins are barely doing anything. This is on the hourly time frame. If we go to the daily, kind of zooming out, you can see that some coins have done a little bit of movement, but you know, the rest of them, it's the same old, same old. So hopefully y'all can hear me and everything is good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Let's go to a Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Well, Bitcoin is doing what we pretty much expect, being irrational. Bitcoin was possibly, potentially potentially to do this, but it went up. And then of course it did come down. Here, same thing. We thought it was going to come up, come down, ended up coming down and then up. It did curve right around this area where we thought, found support right around this area. And I was so thinking that it was going to come down. Now, when it started doing this, I was looking at other shorts to enter for the group. However, we always have to wait. You know, we have to wait and see what's going to happen because nobody knows what's going to happen. Now, I do have a story, guys. I have one story that involves 2 traders. Ooh. So it's a pretty good story. Matter of fact, I'll tell you that right after the Bitcoin. And it'll give you time to maybe post a coin that you want me to review or to chart at least. But it did come down, found support, came right back up, broke this resistance. I was looking, okay, it's coming back up, more than likely to get rejected here, come back down, create a double top, and then potentially come back into our area of interest. We did remove the other area of interest because once it breaks it or touches it, it's pretty much gone. So here we can actually reduce this one to here. So now this is our new area of interest. It just reduced it because, well, it ate up some of it, ate up some of the box. Here it's coming up. We do have another area of resistance. Is it here going to possibly do a top and then start coming down? We just got to find out. We got to wait. We got to wait and see. Now, one thing I do want to do, one thing I would like to see is, let's hide this and this and this. I want to look at this, and I like looking at this at least once a week. Sometimes I do it more. Sometimes I'll do it maybe once every other week. I like to just zoom out and just look at it again. See if we're missing anything or see if we can see anything different. These right here, I do have some new indicators on. So the new indicator that I do have on is SVP, all up and down. You can find it over here on the indicators, and it is called, let's go over here to the S's, Session Volume Profile. Now what this does, regardless of the time frame you're on, it'll show you the daily POC, point of control. So that's what this does. So I do have that on my chart, and that's what these blue lines represent. And again, these are just areas of interest. That's all I'm doing, just showing you areas of interest. Now what I want to do is I want to put on my magnet tool, and let's come over here to the ray. I like doing the ray because it extends it. So let's go from the wick, and let's go to this. I like how this looks. So we have this touch. We have candle body touches, candle wicks, candle body touches, candle body touches, wicks touching. And so the reason I'm doing this on the daily time frame is to kind of see if maybe we're going to produce, once again, either an equal high or maybe possibly a lower body close with maybe just the wick touching this area. Now, we also have another area. Let me show you. I want to show you, let's go to this poly line. So here is poly line. You can see it right here. Nope, you can't see it. My head's in the way. Regardless, it's poly line. It's the one right underneath the eclipse. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, we'll go from this. Well, we'll go from this. We'll click it once there. And then we'll click it once here. And I'm going to come up just a tad. Do it here and here. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually creating a zone. And this, you can call it a liquidity zone. You can call this a resistance zone, an area of interest, whatever you want to call it. But just know that we might have a possible to where the wick could come here, and then that's it. So this kind of area is kind of mapping out where the wick might end up, if it ends up there at all. So that's one thing I want to do for that. Let's see, do we see anything else? Let's put on our magnet tool again. Let's come over here and let me know who's in the chat. Who is in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat and let me know you're here. Got these levels. All these are levels. Everywhere where there's a resistance / support, a pivot, a swing, whatever you want to call it, it's wherever the price action came down or up to and changed direction. That's what I'm doing right now. And just kind of really quick. And you can see this. It's really difficult to see this on lower time frames But on higher time frames, you can see we have these candle body stops. We have a wick that stops. Let's see here, what else? We have another candle body that stops, a wick that stops. Here we have candle bodies that stop, and the magnet tool, the reason you want to have the magnet tool is because it snaps in place. So the price action snaps in place. So I'm just kind of doing this just in this area right here to see if we can see anything different from what we've already been seeing. So this is on the 4-hour time frame. Right now we had this number, and then of course it did find support, came back up, creating this information that we've already just mentioned. Let's go ahead and bring everything back by double clicking. We do have on the momentum indicator where the light blue started crossing into the dark blue. That's what prints the green dot. Now, this green dot does not mean to buy. This means that the move already happened, or the move is continuing to happen. What that means is, well, here we had this move, and this could have been a really nice large candle. And you really don't want to enter on that one. You kind of want to see it kind of getting narrow when the blue, light blue, turns into the dark blue. Once it starts pinching, and you can kind of see it here from the VWAP, where it starts kind of coming down, this is when you might want to possibly try to enter. Now, this can always change direction though. And that's one thing that I have to stress. Like all these indicators that I'm showing you, they react based off of price action. So it can always change. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, moving on. Let's see here. I still see it bearish. I'm trying to find a bullish scenario. So I would like to know in the chat, are you bearish right now on Bitcoin? And not like long term, but just maybe like for the day. Are you bullish? Do you think it's going to come up to around this area and then come down? Do you think it's going to come down from here? Or do you think it's going to go up like to the moon already? 70, 4K, 80K. What do y'all think? I'm literally trying to do a bullish scenario like for the weekend type thing. But I really do see this. If we do come up possibly to here, break the trend line. I don't even think we're going to close above the trend line. But if we do close above the trend line, I'm pretty sure the next candle will come down, then possibly do this number, create another lower low, and then come back here. See, we don't have any divergence. We have a low. Then we have this, which is a little bit higher than this one, or closer to the zero line. Oh, wait, no, we do. We do. So we have a low, and then we have a lower low. So here is a bullish divergence that is already playing out. So here we can see that this is probably the reason for this green candle, because everybody sees that as, oh, bullish divergence. So let's go ahead and mark that. So this is coming up, and this is coming down. Now, before I did not used to use the wicks. However, just maybe like a year ago, I guess, I started using the wicks because mentors that I have, not paid mentors, but just people that I see, and I consider mentors, but they're not paid mentors. So there's a huge difference. But they say use the wicks. And of course, they're successful. So what you always want to do is do what successful people do. And that's why I love watching people. I love seeing how they trade. I love seeing the methods they use, their thought process especially. And that's what I bring to you. So basically, I am your, almost like Google, because I'm over here doing all this work. I'm watching all these people. I'm listening to their thought process. I'm taking notes down. I'm seeing how they actually trade. and how we can implement that into our style if we're going to implement anything into our style. So that's one thing that I do. And then based off of all the back testing that I do, because I do a lot of back testing, because I don't just want to go in blind. I do a lot of back testing. And because of that, I see what kind of works, what kind of doesn't. And then the more you use it, like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of times, then you can say, okay, this is something that we are implementing, and this is now part of our system. So just kind of give you a heads up. That's what I do. Like I'm always in these charts. I'm always watching videos. Now, in reference to, so I'm pretty much done with Bitcoin. I think it's going to come down. I don't see, like it would have, in order for this to be bullish for me, it would have to break 63.2. It has to break this number. If it doesn't break this, like I don't even care what it does. It can do, you know, this and this and this, but if it doesn't break 63.2, I'm not interested. I'm still thinking it's gonna be bearish. And I don't trade patterns. This is super, super ugly. But I'm sure that if this does this right here, where I just kind of squiggled, people are going to call this an inverse cup and handle. And then here would be the lid. And then we're looking to go way down. Like this would be your measured move. I don't, they would, people would do it from here. I don't like doing it from here. I like getting it from the shortest spot, but they'll do this, and then they'll do from the area of the breakout, and that will put us to 32. Do I think it's gonna go to 32? Nope. I'm guessing around 42, 44, just based off of our daily area of support. Like right here's a lot of really nice support between 44 and 42. I mean 40, let me just do this. So roughly around this area. So we can go 44, and then we'll go to the bottom of this one. So roughly around here. I do like this better though. 41, 44. So this is a really nice tight range. All right. So that's it for Bitcoin. Now, let me tell you a story, guys. Let me tell you a story. Let's see here. Tomorrow's another day. Yes, tomorrow is another day. Yes, feeling bearish at the moment, but it can always change. Just like Crypto Candy said. People are feeling bearish on this as well. Yeah, until it creates a higher high, I mean, you have to remain bearish. You really do. Like, you have to do what the market is showing you. Like, you can say, oh, I'm very bullish right now. Oh, we have bullish divergence. I'm very bullish right now. On the 4-hour time frame, etc., etc. Why though? Like, it hasn't made a higher high. Like right now, this is our current high. So once it breaks this high, now it's possibly changing the trend. Then it needs to break this high. Then it needs to break the next high. So as long as it keeps on breaking highs, then of course we can be bullish. But until it does that, I mean, it just, because it can go sideways, it can go down. Until it breaks that high, most recent high, I'm still bearish at the moment. Now that's long term. Now, as far as like taking a scalp or something, well, that's completely different. Because if you're doing a scalp, you know, you can go to a lower time frame, you can see this, and I'm sure, man, I think it's so funny, all these people, we have an inverse head and shoulders. We got a shoulder and a head and a shoulder. How jacked up is that? But that's what they call, literally, that's what they call. And then in the same breath, they'll say, this also looks like what can we do? This also looks like a falling, expanding wedge, or whatever they call it. Broadening wedge. It's like, okay. And then they'll flip it and they'll say, well, we do have, what other dumb thing can I do? We do have an Adam and Eve. What? Where do you see that? And then they'll go and they'll be, so here we do have I don't know, just dumb names, man. It's like, no, man, look, you have this level right here. You break that level, okay, go to the next level. But anyway, all right. So story time. So I saw two traders today. And they were trading leverage with Bitcoin. One was earlier in the morning, and mad respect. One thing I would love for y'all to do is check out my buddy, Alex O Crypto. Alex O Crypto, for me, is young. He's a younger dude and very smart, very humble. He knows that sometimes you win trades, sometimes you lose. And dude is brilliant. Dude is absolutely brilliant. I love his thought process. Now, of course, he uses different things than I use, but that's the beauty of it. Like, you can learn bits and pieces from everybody. And then on top of that, let's just say you see something that you really, really like. You know, he brought out a indicator, or he did a measured move a different way, or pulled a fib a different way, or, you know, he has different levels for the fibs. Well, you can see that, use it, and then, of course, if you like something that I do, you get that part, you get what he does, you get what other people, you know, are doing, and that way you make it your own, and then, of course, you put your own little flavor to it. That's why I absolutely love watching these other YouTubers. Now, with Alex O Crypto, and I just put, oh, did I put in the chat? I thought I put in the chat. Oh, I did. With Alex O Crypto, dude is really smart. And so I was watching him today, right? And I've never seen him actually trade live. And he traded live. He did his setup. Granted, it was very choppy. It looked like it was going to go long. And he, you know, did his risk to reward ratio. He did, you know, his plan, everything, whatever his plan was, he did his plan. And then sure enough, started going his way, and then it started turning. So once it started turning, you know, he breaks out, you know, trend lines, and I'm thinking, oh, great. Not another one who does all these trend lines and, you know, double talks and everything else. I did not hear him once double talk. What do I mean by double talk? Well, let's just say we are here. Let's go and just replay this. Let's say we're here. And we're looking at this. And of course, they trade on lower time frames. And they see this, okay, you know, it broke out. It's doing really good. It's above the whatever SMA. It has bullish divergence, et cetera, et cetera. It looks really good. So they enter it. Then the price starts going up, and they talk about how great their setup is and their risk to reward ratio. Then it turns barely. But because they're doing leverage, well, this is costing them $10, $20, $30, $50. And not once did I hear Alex O Crypto say, well, man, I shouldn't have entered. I mean, look at these long wicks. You know, because of the long wicks, there's a lot of selling pressure. And, man, I didn't notice this. And normally, you know, when you have low volume and increased price, I mean, that's a divergence right there. And I just, let me see what other time frames, and they'll go to different time frames, and it's like, man, look, this one's also saying, but not only that, but if you look at this, you know, if you kind of zoom out a little bit, you'll see that, you know, we have a high, and then right here is possibly a lower high, you know, so this is bearish. And then not only that, but it's a double top, you know, because whatever, anything to where, because it's now coming down and they might get stopped out, they make excuses so that if they do get stopped out, well, they're still right. I did not hear Alex O Crypto do that once, not once. And he saw it coming down and put his hand over his face a little bit. And you can see that it's like, hey, it's money. You know, this is money. Not only that, but it's his reputation. He's doing this live in front of people. And he's like, I'm just watching it. He's like, all right, guys, you know, we have these trend lines, et cetera, et cetera. It needs to, do X, Y, and Z. And, let's just see what happens. And then sure enough, he got stopped out. And then it flipped. And then it flipped again. Now it's going bearish. Now it looks like it wants to dump. So he's like, all right. So now it looks like it wants to come down. Like nobody knows what's going to happen. And plus they're trading on such low time frames. Like you're going to have all these moves before the larger move that you're seeing. And then sure enough, he enters a short, LuxAlgo crypto, and it reverses on him. Man, like how many times has that happened to you? That's happened to me. Oh my gosh, man. I get stopped out. It's like, okay, fine. You know, it's not going this way I thought it was going to go. It broke this level. It's coming down. Let me enter a short. And then it flips and it starts coming up. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? And with him, not one excuse. And I even told him too, I said, man, I give you mad respect. Because normally anybody else, they start making, oh, well, this broke, but I should have done on the lower time frame or the higher time frame, or the moving averages should have done this, or I should have looked at the VWAP, or, you know, anything, just so that they are still right by the end of the day. And then sure enough, he got stopped out again. And he even said, he's like, man, I'm probably gonna get stopped out. Sure enough, he got stopped out again. He's like, all right, it's too choppy for me. Like I'm not gonna trade anymore. 2 trades, and he was done. He wasn't revenge trading. He wasn't trying to make his money back or nothing like that. He was not trading with emotions, none of that stuff. And I was like, all right, no excuses. And then of course, after the fact, you know, once the trade was done, now he starts looking back at his setup and he starts analyzing what happened. And I put a comment on the thing. I was like, that's what I do. And especially for the community, you know, we have our own group, and especially for the group, like if the trades don't play out, I make sure I try my best to do a thought process video and break down what happened in the chart. Especially when we lose. Now, if we close the trades early for whatever reason, I also do a thought process on that too. That way you can reflect on what happened, because that's going to make you a better trader. And not only that, it's going to reduce the emotions, because you're literally replaying the trade. Okay, they did this and this. I should have exited when they did this. I didn't. I knew it was going against me, but I should have done that. That is going to make you such a better trader, because now you realize what happened. You're, you know, either verbalizing or taking notes or what have you. I'm not left-handed, but just to let you know. But all this stuff is going to help you out tremendously. Now, and of course I mentioned it too, say, hey man, like, great show. First time I've seen you trade live. Great job not doing excuses. And then later on, a few hours later, I watched the other trader that I normally watch. And dude was revenge trading. I think I saw him get into like 3 or 4 trades, lost every one of them. And of course, the excuses, well, I normally don't trade on Fridays. Oh, it's low liquidity Friday, or whatever you said. It did this and this, and man, I went against my rules. This, just excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. But when it was going good, he was perfect with it. Yes, you know, it's underneath the 200 SMA, blah, blah, blah. You know, once it crosses this, like we're off to the races, like we're going to the moon, or whatever he says. And then it starts doing the opposite. Now he's, oh man, the 21-day moving average, or 21 average is way up there. I shouldn't have done this short because it's going to come up. These are my rules. So he's doing all these excuses. And I was like, huge difference. Absolutely huge, from somebody who doesn't trade with emotions, somebody who has a plan and sticks to it. He doesn't have, you know, a 6-to-1 ratio and then cash out at, you know, 0.079% because they're trading like 20x leverage or what have you. Like, he, from what I saw, LuxAlgo Crypto, good dude to watch. So definitely check him out. Definitely subscribe to him. If you do see any of his videos or live streams, let him know I sent you. He didn't ask me to do this, but I like doing that. I like, you know, people who are in the chat, you know, especially like other YouTubers. I always try to give them a shout out. But I think Alex O is doing a live stream right now. But don't go over there. Stay here. All right, moving on. Let's see what we got in the chat. Let's see here. I want to see a Homer Simpson. Yeah, patterns. They got the Bart Simpson. They got and so many dumb patterns. It's ridiculous. Theo says, what's down, trade fam? Well, Bitcoin was down, and now Bitcoin is going up. Theo said, Joe, I've sold 80% of port 2 days ago before the pump, luckily. Oh, nice. Really appreciate your patience on the charts. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Crypto Kenny says, Joe is so active in the group, you would think he ate in the full of the bull run. You would think we ate in the full of the bull run. I'm not sure what that, I'm probably not reading it right. But yeah, I'm very active in the group, very active. And whenever there needs to be an update on the thought process, I love making videos. I really do. Because to me, it's important, you know, the understanding why. Why do we close trades? Why are we entering trades? Why are we moving our stop loss? When do we move our stop loss? Why are we putting our targets where we're putting it? Like, what's happening in the trade? So whenever I see something that's important, or I think it's important, I'll do a quick video, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes less, but on average around 5 minutes, sometimes 8 minutes, but on average 5 minutes. And I explain Bitcoin, the movement of Bitcoin, what is going right now, also our active trades, and then sometimes some of the inactive trades that I'm still looking at to where I'm looking for levels to break. So just kind of give you a heads up. Yeah, but I'm very, very active. Crypto Candy says, truly dedicated to keep us up to date. Yeah. And then there was 3 shorts that we had entered yesterday, day before, where like it had come down nicely. That's when we had that dump on Bitcoin. It had come down nicely. And I was like, all right, guys, close this trade. And then the other one we left open because we just want to take profits. And other groups, they won't do that. Like, I know from experience, they won't do that. They'll want it to run to see if it keeps on coming down. But what if it doesn't? Like right now, the market's so choppy. What if it eats up all your profit? You know, we had, I think like 20%. I forget what they are. 20%. I know one was 8%. Another one was just maybe another 20%, out of 15%. But it's better than no percent. It's better than waiting and then getting stopped out. Because some of them did go to stop out stuff. Theo says, Ave doesn't care about Bitcoin on beast mode. Oh, nice. I see. Yeah, excited to be in the group for the bull run. Yeah. It's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be crazy. And like I said, I'm in the group all the time. And it's funny, too, because I have people that are on the other side of the world. And I'm on my time, you know, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm in there. Y'all see it. Y'all, some people message me like at 4 in the morning and I respond within a few minutes because I'm literally in the charts all day long. So just kind of give you a heads up. And then, of course, when the market gets great, man, we're going to be in and out of trades. I just want to be in and out, get our money, you know, for the actual trades part. And then, of course, you know, for our investment parts, then that's a different story. So give you a heads up. Let's see here. Yes, very nice, very nice. All right, good stuff. Well, let's look at Aave, since we brought that one up. Let's look at Aave. Let's close this out. Okie dokie. Let us come over here. And we're going to look at Aave. Oh, that loaded quick. Okay. I forget how to spell it. AAVE USDT. Let's go to MEXC. I love MEXC. MEXC has the lowest fees. Oh, and I have the affiliate link in the description, of course. It's so funny too. I've had a few people, what VPN do you use? It's in the description. Oh, well, what What exchanges do you use? So I can use your link. It's in the description in all my videos. Description. Oh, okay. So I'll give you a heads up, guys. It's always in the description. All right, so let's look at the daily time frame. Okay, it's been in this accumulation zone for a bit. How big is the zone? Is that 20%? Is that 40%? What is it? 50%. Okay. Okay. So, oh, I thought I had it on the daily. Okay. So we do have this really nice, actually, and let me show you this. Well, we'll do this first, and then we'll do a box. So we'll do, oh, we already have that line. No, let's do the bottom. Do you like this? We have more touches here. That's what's important, more touches. Then let's get this one, let's drag it up just a tad. And then we have our middle, which is right here. So we have a range low, a range high, and a mid range. Now, what you could also do, if you want to get fancy with it, you can make it to where, you know, it's like a box. So this is the lower part, this is the upper part, if you want to. You don't have to. All right. Right now, would I enter the trade? No. Why not? It's under resistance. But Joe, there's always resistance. Yes, very true. But this resistance is literally right next to the price action. So I would wait, because what could happen, even though we have been seeing high, higher high, higher high, possible higher high, low, higher low, higher low. So this is looking very bullish, but what could happen is the price action could come up here, get rejected from this same level, and then start coming down. Because again, we don't know what's going to happen. But this one looks really, really nice. Yeah, definitely, man. We can check Uni. But so what I would do in this case, in this scenario, I would actually set an alert. I would set it right here, 119. Now let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit further. So for AVI tags, we do have anything exciting. A DeFi, of course. Yield farming, lending, borrowing, DeFi. So that's pretty much, you know, DeFi, lending, borrowing. That's what I would put it as. But look at all this. This is a long time ago, so I don't know what the market cap is right now. Look at this. Bottom. And then starting curve. I do like DeFi projects and lending projects. So DeFi, I like. There's a few, but again, these are from, you know, could be considered dinosaurs. They were from last season and the previous. But Avi is one of them that I really do like. I like this one. So I would set my alert there. And actually for this one, I mean, nothing wrong with having this as a long-term investment. But if you were just going to trade it, you know, once you enter, of course, probably, oof, my gosh. Your first target, maybe around 30%. And what I'm doing is I'm going underneath these wicks, in case y'all didn't know that. Always look at the crosshairs. It'll give my secrets. Granted, I tell you my secrets. But let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Hold down shift, bring this all the way over. Hold down shift, bring this all the way over. And I'm holding down shift, that way it doesn't move. Now, as far as the stop loss, I would probably do it really tight and then just wait. Well, it's not gonna be tight, it's gonna be like 15% or so. Yeah, about 15%. So I do my stop loss here. This will be a stop loss. And hopefully these numbers are nice and big for you. Okay, what else? Oh man, I always forget. If I ever leave the comments up for a long time, let me know. Just say, Joe, take off the comment. So I can do that. I forget sometimes. Well, I forget all the time, really, because I don't see it on my screen. Road Dog was actually talking about that last night, too. He's like, yeah, I don't see it on my screen because it's on another screen, but normally I would have my screens together, and that's another issue that I had, where my number one screen, my center one, still is in hibernation mode. Don't even get me started. All right. So that is that. But I like it, though. It looks very strong. It looks very strong. It looks so strong that I'm going to do an alert. I just put a question mark. That's my little clue. But no, this was in this range for a while, came up here. Then it couldn't hack it, you know, couldn't get support. Found support again right here, came up, rejection, right in the same area, came down, broke above, same area, came back down, trying again, gaining strength, getting higher, come back down. This looks, man, this looks really good. So, shout out to you. All right. Let's see here. Shout out to Theo. Theo is doing really nice on finding that one. And see, guys, honestly, this is why, well, not only to help you, but this is why I love doing this. Because, like, sometimes y'all are looking at coins I'm not even looking at. And now I know, okay, this is a good one. Let's see here. Let's see, can we check out Uni for a possible short? It's Quick Pump and FTT. Also short Aave. So for Aave, if you were going to short Aave, you would want to wait for it to break this level, 109.62. And based off of the candle sizes, you can wait an hour. So once it closes here, so for a short, let's just say it does this. What you would want to do, again, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if the hour candle, very important, if the hour candle closes, man, I was going to try to front run it, but if the hour candle closes, let's just extend this level. Underneath, let's make this a different color because that is very confusing. 106. If it closes underneath 106, then you can enter the trade. Then after you enter the trade, once it breaks this next level, which is really close, then of course you could add to your trade. Now, the reason you don't want to put 100% right away is because, like, it could come down here, enter, you enter the trade, and then it starts gaining momentum, gaining strength. Now, this is pretty tight. It depends on your leverage too. Yeah, it really depends on your leverage. But, I mean, I think that's a pretty safe play. You enter here, and then let's say the next candle that closes, or it does, whatever, it breaks this one, the candle closes way down here. Well, then this is where you would enter your second one. So hopefully that makes sense. So do something like that for the short. And then this one, to me, this one looks bullish. Like I don't see, but I mean, they can take profits at any time. But this is a good level right here for shorts. 106. So remember that number. And make sure to set alerts too. Alerts are extremely important. Okay. Very good. Very good. Dang it. I have it up there again. Y'all guys are not good with instructions. I'll tell you that right now. Let's see here. So let's go to Uni. UNI, USDT. Let's do MEXC. Oh, this is another good one. So you're into DeFi. You're into DeFi big time. So here we had this nice dump. Looks like we're getting that bounce. Let's go 4-hour time frame. Let's get rid of this alert. This looks good too. Now, the only problem, and this is very important, guys, take note. The only problem when you have moves like this instead of moves like this is that you create a bunch of areas for the market makers to push the coin back down to. Now, it doesn't mean that they will. It's just areas of interest to where this, let's make a box. This is an area of interest. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the market makers might want to bring it down at some point, if they do it all, to, because right here, you can see by the colors, there's a lot of market makers. Oh, man. Oh, I need to take my nap. Oh, I was up all night. That's why. I did take a nap though, like a 2-hour nap. But so yeah, so these different colors. Now, if I strongly recommend, guys, if you're new to the channel, or if I'm showing you stuff that I haven't talked about lately, I strongly recommend, and especially if you're missing some of these live streams, watch these live streams, because I go over a bunch of stuff that like is very important to make you money. So I'll give you a heads up. So this is an area of interest. In my opinion, here's another area of interest. Because, I mean, it's just a gap. And so not only that, but like if you can identify fair value gaps. So what that is, it's when you have 3 candles, candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, where candle 3 and candle 1 don't pretty much interact with candle 2, then that's your fair value gap. So here it's just a little tiny bit. Here we do have all of this. So the candle stops here. Hopefully you can see that. But so for this one, I like this one, even though I know these are areas of interest. I would actually enter this one right now. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And I wish I didn't close out that other trade. I mean, is it YouTube that I have it on? No, I have it on defaults. Whatever. But this one, for me personally, I would enter right now. Well, hold on. Let me think about this. Let me just do this real quick. Let me change the color because everything's blue right now. And then for my stop loss, so I always do I try to do my stop loss first. Well, no, hold on. There's a couple things I don't like about it. Now that I'm looking at it, to the left, it's very important to look to the left. I don't like how it's doing these stair steps. It's got a drop, then this area, then a drop, then this area, then a drop, and this area. So, and the reason for that, because if we were to enter right now, like we've got to break this resistance right here. And then once we break that resistance, we have resistance right here again. Let me see how the other price action reacted. So here we had a drop. We had this same thing come up, went sideways a little bit, same thing, sideways a little bit, came up a little bit more, and then took it all back. Huh. Y'all see this? I'll see a pattern. Drop, buy back, come up a little bit, dump, drop, buy back, pump a little bit, then dumped, drop, buy back, pump a little bit. Y'all see that? Let me know if y'all see that. Same thing here. Drop, buy back, pump a little bit, dump, drop, buy back. This one didn't go sideways. This one came all the way back down though. Let me know if y'all see that too. Okay. Oh, so I'm looking at this. I mean, I like it, but this repetitive pattern, I don't like. Sometimes you gotta just look to the left. Like right away, I want to enter this one. Looks nice and strong. Again, it's creating areas of interest for the market makers to bring it back down. This is the point of control on the daily time frame. You know what? Let's also do a fixed. Let's say fixed range volume profile. Let's go from the swing low to the current price action. It's right here. So same as this one right here. Man, I would hate to put a stop loss right here. But this is going to be probably the best one to put. Man, I just wish the price action wasn't so ugly. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the price action. I'm looking at the wicks, I'm looking at the candles, I'm looking at the size of the candles. I'm looking to see if there's any patterns. Granted, I don't trade patterns, but I do see them. I'm looking to see the momentum of the price action. You know, is it making higher highs, higher lows? I'm looking at, and the momentum and strength are the same thing. So sometimes I'll use those interchangeably. I'm looking at all this stuff. You know, we had the low, it came up, and then it started coming down, losing its strength, creating lower highs, losing its strength, broke this level of support, came all the way down. Now it's coming up. Again, we have this little area here, this little area here. Now I'm looking at the indicators. We do have increased money flow coming in. That's the green on the 4-hour time frame. We have the light blue, nice and thick. It doesn't look like it's gonna pinch yet to where it's, you know, possibly going to come down for momentum. These are the momentum waves. We do have the VWAP, which is the white, still pointing up. So right now it's still looking good. But once again, these can change at any moment. I'm taking too long on this one. I'm trying to make it work. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it work. I just don't like the price action. Can you make money off of this one? Yeah, sure, definitely, of course. It's not a lot of volume in it either. 2,000 the volume, and then the market makers step in. But they're just buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying. So it increases the action. Man, I don't like spending this much time on a chart thinking about entering, because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to convince myself why I should or why I shouldn't enter this trade. I mean, I love Uni. Don't get me wrong. I love Uniswap. I think it's going to make us a lot of money, because that's where a lot of people are going to be going. Uniswap. Then, of course, you have Jupiter on Solana Network. You have Radium. You have Cake. You know, you have all these different swaps, dexes, DeFi. I'm trying to think. If I didn't see this, I'd be more inclined on entering. But because I see that, that increases the probability of it coming down. Hey, what's up, Sam? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. I guess the only thing you could do, just to be over and done with it, you could enter now 50%, have a stop loss right around here. This will be your stop loss. And then what might happen for the price, if it goes up, first I think it'll come down, create another higher low, then come up to about here, then possibly another higher low, then continue breaking up. So what I think what might happen, nobody knows, but once, you know, we enter here, if it does come down, great. It has to break the pivot of this, just like how we're doing here. We broke the pivot of this. That's why we're entering. That's the first thing I saw. I saw that pivot. It's like, oh yes, definitely. But then I started looking at this like, oh, this is a nice area for the market makers to bring it down. So you enter 50% here. If it comes down and you get stepped out, you only get stepped out 50% of this. If it does come down, start coming back up, cross that level, you enter your other 50, and then off to the races. All right, there you go. Let's see, I'll wait for a short. Okay, we talked about that. Waiting on Bitcoin, a reversal. I hope so, man. Oops, dang it, wrong one. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, dang it. All right, bring this over. Okay, waiting for Bitcoin reverse. Same. Theo says, I'm anticipating that we should get a DeFi run. I agree with you 100%. I was mentioning this about a year or two ago, where I really want to stock up on DeFi coins. I haven't yet, but I really want to stock up on DeFi coins. And matter of fact, let's just kind of run through some of the DeFi coins that I personally like. Again, not financial advice, DeFi. Let's go by symbol. Okay, and of course oh my gosh, why does it do that? Symbol again. Okay, so I love 1 inch. I love Aave. This one's more of the lending borrowing that I really like about it. For 1 inch, I like the DEX part about it. Let's see here. So that's 2 already. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. You know, Band, I would put this more of the Oracle category. Low market cap. Cake, I do like, and I'm very biased on Cake because Cake was my moon bag that I made crazy amount of money. I put 90% of my portfolio in cake, and like 3 weeks later, literally it went from $3 to 15, and I couldn't believe it. Let's see here. And that's what's going to happen to y'all guys. Like, I say that not to brag, but I say that to encourage you, like, just knowing that these coins will give you X's. And sometimes you might get lucky. I got super lucky. Man, did I get lucky. Crazy lucky. See, so we got 3. Dodo's a low market cap, but Ergo, I like Ergo, but more so, I believe there's still, I think you still mine Ergo, but I haven't seen their website in a couple years, so I'm not sure what they're doing right now. H-bar. This one, Lido, I do like Lido. Not only that, so there's 4. Not only for DeFi, but more so for the able to stake portions of ETH. So I do like that. Now there's other ones that do it too, but I do like Lido for that. So that's 4 right there. So I have one more, either the 5. I like Parsec, but more for security. RSR, very low market cap coin. Theta, more for AI, but I think it's over. I think it's done. I too hyped up. Let's see here. TRB, I love TRB, but this one I would put more so in the Oracle category. Again, low market cap. I love TRB, Band, and there was another one we passed it already. Let's see, Uni. So that's 5. And that's it. Now I like Z as well, because that's 0. Well, back in the day, they used to be 0 fees. I don't know if they still are, but this one's good too. But if I had to pick 5, I would pick those 5 that I just said, not including Z. Z will be my bonus. All right, I'm moving on. Sam says, I hope it does happen to the upside. Yes, to the upside. Hope it happens soon. Anything else, guys? Any questions, comments, concerns, issues? We have been going on for, I believe, well, over an hour. Over an hour. So we'll give a few moments to see if anybody's typing. Any comments, questions, concerns, issues. And again, guys, I want to thank y'all so much for being so patient. Today I was having some computer issues again. The amount of money I spent on this computer, it should be giving me back rubs. I'm just saying. Like, this is crazy. And then it gives me problems. So, let's see here. So while y'all are typing, if you're good and you have no questions, put a 1 in the chat. If you're typing a question, I guess put a 2 in the chat, I guess. I don't know. Just something so I know that y'all are typing. Sam says, you are worth the wait. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, and what I do is I'm doing a lot of work. So for me, it's smart for you to watch me, because what I'm doing is I'm going and I'm all day really watching others trade, watching others videos, taking notes. Matter, I have notes on, I don't think I have it up. Oh no, because I restarted my computer. But like if they're using certain indicators, like I'll take screenshots of it, and I'll see those indicators. I'll kind of test them out, see if I like them, or maybe they're older indicators that I used to use. I was like, let me try it now with my style now of trading. Let me see if it works better for us now. So I'm doing all this stuff in addition to checking the charts, checking the alerts, updating the group, all that fun stuff, so that, you know, you have basically someone you can come to, and I've done like literally all the work. So really it comes down to your time. Like, I know your time is valuable. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to leverage your time by doing all this work and then giving you the results. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys. So I do thank you so much Appreciate you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. With that being said, my name is Joe. This is TradeIntuition. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't always have to be in a trade. And as if you are in a trade, not sure what time it is your time. If you trade during the day, during the night, during the mid, it doesn't even matter what time you trade. But always remember, whatever time you trade, it's always time to make this money. Take care, guys. We'll see you. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and do the end. Here we go. Whoa. This song again. We always play this song.
Like a little girl, pushing 50, still ain't crypto rich.
Pushing 50? I'm not crypto rich.
Just face it. You a shade trader.
Man, that hurts my feelings.
Just face it. You a shade trader. Just face it.
Man. Speaking about hurting feelings, somebody said something to one of the guys that I watch. He lost like 3 or 4 trades back to back. He was revenge trading big time. And sure enough, somebody made a comment saying, dang it, I just lost all my profits. That's all he said. He didn't blame the dude. He didn't blame the system. He didn't blame the group. He didn't blame nothing. He just said, dang it, now I lost all my profits. And of course, this guy is so extremely sensitive. He's like, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need negativity. I just need positive. You're a negative person, and, God bless you. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad y'all can't see my face right now. Ooh, I'm brown, but I just turned red. I hate it. Man, do I despise it when you hear people, oh, God bless you. It's like, man, your heart is so evil. Like I can feel it. I can see it. I can see it in your face. I can hear it in your voice. The tone you're using, God bless you. Nah, God bless you. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I do need positive people in my life. I'm going to ban you forever. I don't need this. I don't need this. And so he's God bless you. I hope you do good, et cetera, God bless you. I don't need you. And don't ever come back to my channel. He said that today. Don't ever come back. This was like 88 minutes in. Don't ever come back. And then he removed him from being able to post. It's like, dude, he didn't even blame you. Oh, but he always thinks everybody's attacking him. Man. Attack me. And I'll like, we've done that several times already, where people will be attacking me. And okay, let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. And sure enough, I set them straight. But anyway. All right, guys. I do appreciate you guys very much. My crypto family. We're going to be so rich, guys. And it's not about the money. It's about literally the freedom to go to the grocery store, not have to look at your bank account, buy what you want. Your kids going to school, they need school clothes. School clothes. You don't even look. You're like, all right, get it. Okay, like just the freedom of that. Amazing feeling, guys. Really is. All right. So I do thank you once again, and talk to you soon. Take care. Maestro, play some music.